Hey guys, it's your girl Onana, and I welcome you all to Onana Nation. So, if it is your first time on this channel, please go ahead and subscribe as we dive into today's topic. And to my amazing subscribers, I want to say thank you a lot. I appreciate you guys for all the love and support. So, today, guys, I just came across the most lucrative conversation ever, and I felt to share this with you guys. So, today, I just watched an interview between Helen Paul, a comedian which I absolutely love, and Reverend Funke Felix Adejumo, which I absolutely love as well. So these two women, which I adore, were having an interview, and I just felt like I love certain parts of the interview, and I felt to share that with you guys today. So Reverend Funke Felix had Helen on her show, and she was asking Helen, how did you start your career? How did you meet your husband? How did you do this? How did you that? Just basic questions. And I love the way Helen answered these questions, and they were inspiring. So they asked Helen, how did you start your career, your voiceover career, as a comedian, that little childish voice which Ellen uses sometimes. So they ask her, how did you discover this voice? When was the first day you really, really got to use this voice? So this is Ellen explaining her story. I was somewhere, they were supposed to do an advertisement, they were supposed to shoot a commercial using a baby's voice, and the baby was absent that day. So they were frustrated, like, hey, this baby did not come today. How are we going to cover this advertisement? How are we going to fill this void? And somebody in the audience was like, that's Helen right there. You guys should try her. And that's how God smiled on this girl. That's how God just opened doors for her, favor her that day. So she came to the spot now, tried to fill in. She was already an adult, a big girl, but she talked with the baby's voice, trying to fill in for the child who was absent. And that's how her Kakafu voice was born. The little funny voice she uses in her commercials. That's how that voice was born. She covered the commercial, she covered the thing, and it went so well. And they paid her huge money for the very first time in her life. So she was like, oh my God, this thing is really a career. Oh, I could be doing voiceovers. See, look at all this money they are paying me. So that's how her career was born. And it's funny to see how God will shift the universe, literally, how God will move paradigms to favor his children. This little child did not show up. It was Helen's day. Clearly, that day was meant for Helen. So the child did not show up, and they look left, they look right, like, who can we put on this spot here? Bam! They took her, put on the spot, and that's how God blessed her. From there, she started having more deals, more cover overs, more voice overs, and that's how her career was born, literally. So it's a beautiful testimony. I just thought to share that with you guys today. Stay tuned and listen to Ellen in her own voice, in her own words.
So on that table, on the fateful day, I was on the table when a company came, a milk company. Let me be grateful. Peak Milk. When they came, and when the agency came to record, they were supposed to have a child to voice something, and the child couldn't make it. Maybe school didn't release the child, or the child had a test in school. And someone said to them that, let's try out that Ellen Paul. Instead of using that foolish voice to make noise in the studio, let's try her out if she can imitate this voice, because the child has done samples, And my boss, Ayo Adefe, then said, yes, I'm Mabasora. I'll talk to her. Let's get her to try it. She can imitate voices. So line. Then this beautiful lady, Kosoko, Shola Kosoko, then was a newscaster in LTV. And she also said, yes, Helen, let's try Helen. Okay, she'll be on serious. Tell her to be serious. That's the only problem. But I believe she can do it. Then there's this woman, Kukoye, Mrs. Kukoye too. She was working in LTV. I was like, yeah, I think Helen can do it. And, they brought me in, and Ayo Adefe said, this you are going to pay. They said yes. I didn't know what was happening. My own is I was given the script. I pressed the baby's voice. I listened, press it again. I listened, and I said, oh yeah, I can imitate this. He said, okay, let's go. And I did the scripts. I read the script in the baby voice. And before I knew it, I started getting money for 450,000 naira check. One man, Mr. Olumide Ofiri, gave me the first check. And mind you, I didn't even know how big. My mind was not there. I don't know. God has always blessed me in such a way that when I see the blessing, sometimes it looks like I'm not grateful. Maybe because I'm still confused. I don't know what it is, Like the first time I got, when I was called that, my pastor called me, Reverend Kayode Ejisheson, and said, Helen, green card, Dele. And I was like, okay, sir. He said, I said, I heard. He said, 10 years green card. I said, okay, sir, thank you. He said, Helen. I said, sir, Ṣùgbọ́n kan tí mo sọ, mo gbọ́ sá, mo dúpẹ́ sá, mo dúpẹ́ sá. So I dropped it and I continued with my work. You know, I was still jumping around, you know, feeling fly, that's, you know, I didn't know. So it was 2 days later, my husband just said, sweetheart. I said, what? He said, Reverend just spoke to me that you're not even, you know, that our great, your great card has come, our own has not come. I said, only put it. They said, oh, wow, we're excited. I said, I'm excited, but the green kidney should be licensed. You know, I'm serious. I can be very, you know, just like that. I'm very genuine. I don't understand. So, like, that is the paper to stay. You know, do you know how many people are looking for it? People are looking for it. Some people are this, some people are this. So, it was when they started explaining to me, I started screaming, yeah! You know, so I was just jumping. I didn't know that was how, you know, the check used to come to me. And I remember having the right people around you. It's very necessary. I did fair would, you know, when I tell her you want to for me check me, you say, oh yeah, no that, you know. But I was collecting 9,500 and now 9,500. Oh, Jomiloju. Do 450 because I didn't even think of it. A man called Femi, I'm grateful to God they are all alive. A man called Femi, you know, Femi, I want to remember Uncle Femi, you know, open GTB account, and that period GTB just came in. So every time tell that when you receive this kind of paper, go and drop it in this account, you know, your money will be going up. So I just thought that it was just like, okay, time for Wosibe. So I just drop money. I don't buy anything in the QFM. My 9,005, constantly, always complete. Why? Because I have the right people around me that don't look at it that this one will be collecting our food money. We're collecting food. Are you not collecting money? I had uncles that I will always disturb for food and I will eat. You know, they never ask me questions like, sure, you are receiving money, or not like some people that will be around you. They know that you have, and you're just playing with them that, auntie, give me back. It's like, Helen, I can't give you. You are also earning money. Go and buy it. It's Gucci. It's just 450. You know, I can't stand those kind of people. You know, me asking you, you know, so I've always had people that God has blessed me with. To when you say just be sport around them. God has always blessed me with the people. Even when I mess up, they just have this feeling of, Helen, we are there. God has sent us. We're here, and we're here for you. And that's how I discovered the baby voice. So Ayo, you know, got me on the peak milk. You know, I was doing it, and it was going viral. Every time I record, people love the baby voice. People are asking, who is the voice behind this? And the same Ayo Adefe got me on the P-Square song. Uncle, please tell us a story. I got a story. Story. I didn't know what I was doing. I was just enjoying myself. I was just working and never taken for granted. I have never heard anywhere the guys, the Peter or Paul or Jude, you know, I've never heard them say we gave Helen a platform. You know, some people, you know, they don't know where you are coming from. Maybe you just pass through their house. You are going elsewhere. They will begin to shout, you passed through our house. If we don't build there, were you going to be able to pass through our house? I've never heard them say anything as such, but their platform also worked for me. At the time, they were still coming out very strong. And I came out as well, you know. I've always had great people, even them knowing that they're even doing anything. You know, the same thing to AY, you know, the AY live platform. Sometimes AY, I just discovered for almost 10 years back to back. I was only lady on the AY show. Back to back, AY will place me. Back to back, Bumi Davis will place me. And I'm just enjoying myself. My own is like Afe Washo Tuntun, Afe Mura, you know. And the same thing with the baby voice. The same way I got on radio. You know, on radio, are you still there, Mama?
I'm there.
The same way I got on Radio Continental then, I was Link Radio something. I went to visit a friend called Matthew. And Matthew, you know, was a producer in the radio station. And I got there, Matthew said, Helen, instead of you gossiping and giving me, quickly come and use that your voice to distract my fans before the main presenters come in. And I got there. I used the voice. Mama would laugh. People started asking, who is this girl? We like this girl. How old is she? Where is she from? Blah, 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 blah. And I kept working. You won't believe that I worked for Radio Continental for almost 2 years or 3 years, 2 years plus, without any payments. I was just enjoying myself. But I discovered that period I lost friends. Friends were leaving. Some will come borrow us money. I will say I don't have money. They will say things like, but you're always on radio. I couldn't tell them that, but I'm not being paid. I'm just enjoying myself, But glory be to God. Like I said, having the right people, every aspect of your life will move smoothly. They are not people that you calculate. There are people that you've told God to bring, and God will bring them. You just live a plain and free life. You just live an happy life, not you calculating that if I go close to Auntie Funka Gijumo and I wear skates and I clean her shoes, she's going to like me and maybe connect me and favor me. I don't calculate. I'm just myself. I'm just doing me. And they keep coming, and God keeps using them. And when it's time, some of them will fade away. So I love the part weeder all the time. I'm always checking my grass. I'm always checking my garden. Wow. I'm always checking my farm, and I always weed away the wrong people consciously and welcome the new one consciously.
Wow. I don't even know what to highlight because
but I don't like I said, I don't like sharing my story in an emotional way. I want to play with it.
Every statement, oh my God, loaded. Thank you so very much. We have been inspired. Now, were you born with a golden spoon or silver spoon in your mouth?
I've never seen anybody that they born with silver spoon or gold in their mouth. It's white teeth or no teeth or gum.
But you get the question. You have started. Tell us a little. Yes.
Okay.
She's full of wisdom. Yes. You see why I bring these ladies here and this man?
Well, the silver and the golden spoon. Oh no. But I was born with a good wooden spoon or a good iron spoon. So an iron spoon that is not painted may not be called gold or silver, but of course cannot be broken or thrown away. They will always be appreciated. So I will say under that yes, with an iron spoon, I grew up with a great grandmother that trained me and taught me the ways of the world and made me know that the world is a wicked place. The person laughing with you today might be your enemy tomorrow. So be conscious, and what you want secret, let it remain secret. Do not confide in anyone except God. So I'm born with strong iron spoon, but not financially at all strong. I didn't have money, but I had something worth more than gold and silver, and that has helped me to this point. I remember one of my mentor in the academic sector said to me, I cried to him one day and I said, Papa, I don't know much about this project writing. I don't know more than that. And he said, Helen, PhD is not for only people that can spell or write or brilliant. PhD is for people who understand life and understand when to apply what they are meant to do. Take for instance, and he played with me. He said, P is for diplomacy. That you have to, I said P is for politics, H is for humility, D is for diplomacy. He said, so if you can have these strong 3 things in your life, Ellen, and know when to apply it, wow, all right. And I said, Daddy, explain to me. He said, go and read the definition of the word politics. Read politics as much as you can understand. Study politics as much as you can understand. And study humility as much as you can understand. Then study diplomacy as much as you understand. So when I so I came back, I started talking, sir, politics, is it not when you are corny? Is that not being corny? Be smart. You understand? By the same time, know when to apply, know the people to work with, know when to say yes, know when to say no. And I discovered that Mama was right. In life, you must learn, to apply some of these things is very important.
My God, brain with beauty. In fact.
Makeup, the barrier pencil, I'm coming on this show for Momsy. Momsy is always looking intelligent and find out that everybody can not look fine.
Elaine, you are very beautiful. Beautiful.
Thank you.
PhD. Politics, humility, diplomacy. And you see, some people, instead of having that one, you know what they have? Pull him down.
Yeah, the technique of pull him down, you know, if Mama, I won't lie, is in everyone. So it takes God in you to identify that this spirit that is talking to me right now is not good. Helen, stop it. Sometimes I watch movies and I'm watching and I'm like, oh, wow, so they say American film is perfect. See, this one is making mistake. I can act better than this. That is the bad spirit talking to you. So I tell myself, you want to act when you don't even have visa. Are you from their place? Do you know what they are doing in their place? You know, I correct myself. So that spirit is in everyone, but it just takes God in you to quickly call back yourself. So that pulling down spirit is the devil, and the devil is ready to give people freely if they are ready to receive it.
Thank you very much. Now, Helen, tell us, how did you meet your husband? Tell us about your family life, your marriage, because some people are watching now, some of them are young and abusive relationships. Some don't even know what to do. How did you meet your husband, and what will you say to people that want
Mom, I just saw something. Somebody wrote there, he said PhD means pull him down. Yeah, some professors do that. We just feel, you want to come and get to the level we are.
Wow. So the video was interesting to me and it was loaded with bouts of wisdom, and I thought to share this with you guys. Ellen is a clown. Like, she jokes a lot, but she's really loaded with wisdom. I love the interview. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you think about this interview in the comment section below. And I remain your girl, Lunana. If it is your first time on this channel, please go ahead and subscribe, because you will definitely love it here. On this channel, we talk all things entertainment, we talk about African recipes, and we do lifestyle. So please go ahead and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Stay safe, everyone. Goodbye.